Hey guys, thanks for staying in afterwards for our Q&A. Very quickly, we had 2 questions come in. Actually, one was in between services, so I'll ask you this because you made a comment, I think it may have been first service, about the external things. You know, you were talking about like how you look or how you sound or how you do. So the question came in just, what if that is one of their more debilitating insecurities? I mean, some people deal with lots of physical stuff and maybe it's health, maybe it's something like that. How would you respond in terms of that? Is it still the same understanding in terms of looking outward, upward, that kind of thing, in terms of how they deal with things? What if it's how you look? Or Some people are blessed/cursed with a perfectionist. We are not cursed with that, but a perfectionist personality, and sometimes it's really debilitating for them.
Yeah.
So how would you just kind of give advice on that?
Yeah, okay, so the same basic principle is going to apply. However, what I'll say is this. Those things that are external that we're trying to deal with are different in the sense of you knit me together in my mother's womb.
Yeah.
So the fact that I think the best thing is actually to work with a counselor.
Okay.
To start working through the things that you have, which you may see as
negative or
negative, et cetera, or actually not. But you all of a sudden just can't say, you know what? For years and years I've thought I'm ugly, and now I just gonna think I'm good looking, and that just doesn't happen. What you do have to do is come to peace with how God has made you, constructed you. Okay. So the way that you look, personality, all that, that He designed it specifically. He didn't make a mistake on that. There wasn't an oops
somebody who's an introvert and they're just this is where they are, and they think they need to be an extrovert to.
That's exactly right.
Be successful or whatever to survive in life, but you're just like, no, that's how God made you.
That's correct. Yeah. So I would. I mean, anyway, I couldn't give a whole sermon on that.
I like that. All right, second question then today. When you talked about give your example at the end, just elaborate, if you will, because the question was basically you made a comment about talking to your wife, you made a comment about talking to your elder. How much did other people kind of talking with you, how much was it a part of the process of kind of coming to grips with hearing God better? Versus it just being very personal? Because I know you didn't tell very many people initially. So
correct. No.
Yeah. So just kind of go into that a little bit.
Yeah, I think so that was end of May.
Yep.
But then I came here to preach.
In the summer. It was the summer.
Early August?
Yeah, it was a context, correct. Yeah.
So it was early August. So the overwhelming majority of that was done alone, which exacerbated the problem. So the fact that I did not reach out to my wife, the fact that I did not reach out to you or to others until later on, I think hurt the problem. So what was very helpful was to have godly people speak into my life. But more importantly, rather than try to rescue me from it, they let me wrestle with it, but they pointed me in the right direction.
Okay. So
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you want to, if you bring other people involved, if you bring other people into that conversation, you really want to look for those people that are going to be pointing you in the right direction, not trying to sweep you up, out of it, like parents and
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing my wife could have done was just simply to say, "Oh no, David, you have what it takes, et cetera, all that." But for her to say, "I am so sorry, I hurt with you,"
try to combat with it. Yeah.
She just assaulted the throne of grace on my part.
Yeah. All right. Here's one more that just came in. Yeah. Is fear an actual spiritual entity or just a tool used by the enemy? Yeah. What do you feel about that? Yeah. Is fear kind of an actual spiritual thing, or is it more just a tool used by the enemy?
Correct. Fear is an emotional response that we have to circumstances.
Okay.
So what may cause some people to be fearful would not cause others to be fearful.
Okay.
So the devil knows what it is that we fear. He knows the way that we're wired, so he knows how to get after us specifically. So he knows how to create scenarios that will create fear. Okay. But fear is just an emotional response.
Okay. So fear is not bad, especially from the standpoint of its an emotional response.
Yeah.
Don't fall off the cliff.
Fear. I better fear jumping off of a cliff.
Right. Yeah. But you're saying it can be used. So you're saying it's more of a tactic and something that's used by the enemy.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good deal. Hey, thanks for asking the questions, guys. Thanks for sticking around for the Q&A, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, David.
Yeah.